everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Conversations with Chrysalis. Today, we have Praveen from BI team. So, Praveen, can you please introduce yourself and tell us something about what you do at Chrysalis?
Okay. Hi everyone. So at the BI team, we basically, I think many of you would have used Chrysalis on our internal CRM. So that's one of the key areas that we are responsible for, and a lot of the data churning within the organization, how we can move from data to information to insights. That journey is also something that no, we are focusing on BI. How we can use data to make intelligent decisions, better decisions. So that's probably I would say is the big idea of BI.
Okay, so let's dive deep into the questions. The first question is, what are some of your proudest achievements at Chrysalis?
When I joined Chrysalis in 2007, one of the conversations that was going on, I think Ganesh was mooting this idea of developing our own internal system, and that's the when the seeds of having a system like what we see as C1 today, that's when the seeds were sown, and I think we have come a long way. So C1 as a system, maybe not in terms of the UI or in terms of the way look and feel, but I think what we have been able to accomplish when we went out there in the initial years, when we saw what is there in the market, I think most of the products weren't suiting us. Even today, I feel that will be the case because a lot of these products are developed more for a B2C kind of a marketplace, or a marketplace where no, it's more like a month-on-month kind of business. But our business, as we know, like our entire organization, whatever we do with schools is all based on the academic year. It's more like a yearly cycle, right? Even the sales that we do for Think Room or Thinkers, whatever product it may be, except for Genie, it all translates into revenue only in the following financial year.
Yeah.
So we have our own set of unique processes. We have our own systems, making sure that these indigenous systems that we have developed, and making sure we're able to bring a sync between different functions and integrate this together. I think that is something that is happening.
Okay, so now what I'm going to ask you is the polar opposite of this question. Okay. Have you ever made a big blunder, and how did you resolve it?
I mean, it's not very difficult actually. More than the achievement, I think I've made a lot more blunders. So, and I think, the organization has been kind enough to give me the opportunity to learn, and that's a continuous endeavor, right? We keep always learning from whatever we do. We reflect. Every time you reflect, you know that there are a lot of gaps that you can work on and become better. So, to go to something specific, even like, for example, if we take any of the things that we do, even C1, the way we get the requirements, sometimes we would be assuming certain things like, okay, if we give this to the field team in this particular way, they would like it. So early on, we used to assume something, we used to go and develop it. Mm-hmm. And then when we show it to the team, they will say like, this is not matching to how I would like to see it.
Yeah, the expectations.
Yeah, so the expectations was not met. So then we tweak the process. The process is now we are even going to the extent of saying that, okay, we'll do all this for you, and this is the kind of effort that it will involve. So do you think it is really worth spending that kind of an effort? So we have gone to that stage. So the process has improved significantly. So yeah, there are like many areas like that where we have been seeing, we have been able to bring some continuous changes. So there are many blunders, and I think we are trying to overcome them as we move on. Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking about the organization, can you tell us a little bit about the company culture from your perspective?
Okay. So for me, Chrysalis is my first job. Before this, I've done 1.5 years volunteering prior to this. So corporate exposure as such, I think is only with Chrysalis. So I don't have much of a benchmark, but from whatever I hear from fellow Chrysalians who have joined, and from what I've seen even within the family when I've interacted with other family members, I think what we have is very unique. And I think what strongly binds us is there is a very strong vision, there is a purpose, and there is a lot of congruence between what we want to provide to children, awakening the human potential, and what we want for Chrysalians, which is also to awaken the human potential of every Chrysalian.
Yeah.
So I think that's the best part, and that has enabled to bring in a culture where there's a lot of love and respect for everyone. We respect each other's work. There is a good bonding, right? There are some areas where we could surely do better, but I think overall, I think this atmosphere, and I think as we have grown, the vision to stay strong with the vision, not compromise anywhere. All these are some great values, to walk with courage.
Yeah.
Right. That's something that is great about Chrysalis.
Yeah, that's good to hear. So now let me ask a personal question about you. What are some of your hobbies or interests or something that you're really passionate about outside of work?
Okay. So I spend quite a bit of my time volunteering.
Okay.
I am a volunteer with Chinmaya Mission. So we do a lot of spiritual activities, different kinds of programs for people from different kind of economic strata. So that's one thing which keeps me occupied, and that's something I really enjoy spending time on.
So you're kind of a philanthropist.
I think it's more like what we call a seva, right? And I think seva is one of the best ways by which, technically, in a sense, I mean, basically it's a means to purify yourself. There is a lot of things that you want, but when you go out there and are able to just be there and serve, I think it kind of brings a lot of calmness to your mind, which really helps you to focus on whatever you want to take up in life.
Okay.
So that's
it's all
been a
about
real
finding
benefit.
that peace within yourself.
Yeah.
By helping others.
By helping others, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. So I would also like to ask one more question before we dive into the rapid fire round.
Okay.
How do you think you have contributed to the growth and success of this company? I know that's a challenging question.
Yeah, I know. See, because I feel like whenever I think about it, a lot of, many things, right? When you take even C1, like for example, I was saying, right, quoting that as an accomplishment, there are like many hands which have gone into it, right? There is a lot of thoughts that we have from our field team. We have lots thoughts from different teams that have contributed in terms of what processes they follow, how we can design it, the different ideas, then brainstorming within the team. So it's a collective effort. So I would say that it's so I don't know if see, the two areas that BI focuses on, one is C1 and the other one is the data analytics part. So I think both of this, so if you take like Pradeep and I, we have been in Chrysalis almost same time. I think 1 month later he joined. And these are some things that a lot of these areas both of us have worked on, and a lot of inputs have come from the management team, Ganesh, Chitra, and a lot of others, right? So we have been able to tweak certain things. They have given a lot of direction, and with that, I think what we are able to do currently with data analytics or contribute in terms of insights, I think that I would say is probably the best contribution that BI has given.
Okay. So now let's go into the rapid fire round. I'm going to tell you one word. You can tell me either a person or a thing that you have done personally that reminds you of that particular word.
Okay.
And you can be as open and honest as possible.
Okay.
Because this is just a fun round.
Okay.
Okay. First word is creativity.
Abundance in Chrysalis.
Okay. So is there any particular person that comes to your mind when you think of the word creativity?
Santosh.
Santosh, okay. So second word is confidence.
Chitra.
Of course. Third word, mentorship.
Bala.
Bala. Okay. Work-life balance.
So actually, I don't know if you've heard about it. Chitra said there's nothing called like. So I disagree with this term work-life balance.
Okay. So okay, maybe the next word can be problem solving.
Ganesh.
Ganesh, of course.
flipping it and solving all problems, and also creating new ones.
Okay, the last word is networking.
Maybe Ganesh again. I have seen him like I've participated in my early days, like at Chrysalis. I've participated in some conference. The way he kind of establishes himself, and gets acquainted or gets introduced to new people. That's something I've always admired.
Okay, so we are done with the rapid fire round.
Okay.
So the next question, the last question, before I start bugging you, is that I'm sure you know there are a lot of people who are actually joining this organization. The Chrysalis family is growing.
Right.
So is there something that you would like to tell to the newbies or even the existing people who are there at Chrysalis?
So I think I said this point earlier. This is a very congruence is one word that I have learned from Chrysalis, and I strongly believe that this is a place where like we say holistic development. This is a place where we kind of get the opportunity to grow holistically, whether it's intellectually or mentally, strengthening our emotions or strengthening a spiritual personality. So I've seen Chitra do so many programs for mindfulness and things like that. So I feel it's rare in today's corporate world where you have an organization which strong so firmly on the values
I agree.
and and basically preaching what they're trying to teach, right, or what we're trying to provide. So it's a great opportunity to be here, and I have grown personally and professionally here, and I'm sure you will find a lot of opportunities as we scale and as we grow. So yeah.
Next up, we have two questions from Chitra. So you have done multiple roles until you hit the Swadharma button with data analytics. Do you remember when was that button hit and what continuously stimulates you in BI?
So when I joined Chrysalis, I think that's when we started this activity of actually creating an information system, and from this information system there was like data capture also started happening. And I think a year after I joined or 2 years after I joined, we had this activity of looking at the sales unit as a SBU, and during that time a lot of analysis was done by Pradeep, and then I was also working along with him in looking at different kinds of pivots, different kinds of insights, trends. Probably that interest started off there, because looking back, I think even though I had like other roles I had played, when I briefly moved away from BI, I was always sticking on to this part of analytics or the systems, information system part. So yeah, I think that's when I probably identified my inclination for that.
We have another question for you. Do you think Chrysalis provides you the freedom to explore BI in its true spirit?
So in BI we have this thing called the 4I framework. The 4 I's being integration, information, insights and intelligence. So through my journey in Chrysalis and even the journey of BI, we have seen that we have had opportunities to move from integration. We created systems that could integrate the entire organization, make sure that seamless data flow happens between teams, and then the information that the data from these systems were converted into information that was being shared to various people. And then there were insights that were also coming from the data. We started analyzing, we started giving insights. The last I of intelligence is probably where we have limited scope in terms of modeling and doing other things. That's where we have limited scope currently. And with data coming in with things like Genie and hopefully other products that will be coming, we are hoping there is a lot more data that will flow in, and we'll be having opportunities for the doing a lot of things even with the intelligence right. So yeah, so we are looking forward for more data.
So
about
thank
it.
you, Praveen. It
Thank
was
you.
great speaking with you.
Thank you.
So that's it for today's interview. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments or reach out to the HR team and they'll get back to you shortly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.